All right, as you can tell just by looking at me, I've been slaving away in the kitchen for many hours making the perfect chuck roast. Actually, I haven't. Our sous vide machine has been going for about 30 hours at 135 degrees. We took a beautiful chuck roast that was in the freezer and we thawed it out, and then we spiced it. I seasoned it, so this has been seasoned with salt, and then I put some fresh herbs in it. So it's got rosemary, sage, and thyme, and we put it in a vacuum seal bag, which now the trick is getting it open, because vacuum seal bags, they vacuum seal really well. And this should be very close to the perfect chuck roast, and it's got all of its own juices in it, because I put no juices in with this. So we're gonna, oh, that could be an interesting mess. Okay, we'll just find out how this goes. And it's gonna be hot, because it's cooked to a perfect medium rare. I cut it in half when I put it in here because I thought I was gonna need 2 bags, but this has been cooking in its own juices and its own special seasonings for about 30 hours at 135 degrees. There's that's done. We're gonna set out and reuse it. We'll get rid of the seasonings. Now what it needs to have happen is it needs to go out and be seared. So we're gonna take this out to the grill in a few minutes. The grill's heating up and we're gonna sear it, but we have right now a beautiful chuck roast. I'll show it to you guys when we get it all opened up and cooked, but this has gotta be the easiest, best way ever to take a chuck roast or a brisket and turn it into a great meal. You just have to plan about a day and a half in advance. We're out in the evening sun going down on the Rocky Mountains. The neighbors just came over and dropped off some flowers for my birthday. I gave Kathy a bite of this and she said, oh my gosh, this is amazing for a chuck roast. So we've got the chuck roast pieces. I've got my basic grill. It's up to 800 degrees. So we're going to drop these on it and give them the sizzle sear. Okay. I thought about putting them on a smoker, but we're just going to give them a couple minutes on each side to sear up and give them just a nice little look here. And we can eat it just the way it is, but I want it to look a little bit better as we do this. So we'll sear them. The next time we do this, I'm going to put it on the smoker. It was real windy out today, so I didn't want to get the smoker going. But I'm probably going to put one on the smoker next time, and we'll smoke it for 2 hours. I'm going to do a brisket. I think will be my next thing for that. So yes, that's nice. This is just going to give it some nice sear marks, and it'll make it just look a little bit better, give it a nice finished crust. We'll get back to you in a minute with some taste testing. So moment of truth, we have all been eating chuck roast since we were kids, except they had to go in the crock pot and they cooked all day and it smelled up the kitchen. So let's just take this one and we're going to cut it and see what we have. Okay, so number one, it is not all broken up, but isn't that amazing? We have what looks like a legitimate roast, cooked medium rare. So a normal chuck roast would be cooked overly done, but this is cooked to 135, which is right at medium rare to medium. And we'll just take a little sliver off and see how we did. How are we supposed to do this? I'm supposed to put it in my mouth, right, Cheryl? Okay. Okay. The herbs pushed into it, the salt pushed into it. The sous vide actually takes the the rosemary, thyme, and sage that I put in here, pushes it into it in depth, and we have what is a really nice piece of roast, way beyond the traditional chuck roast. I can cut it right here so you can see I'll cut it right through the fat. And you can even see as we cut into the fatty pieces. We've still got the fat there, which is perfect for a carnivore. Some people are going to go not so great, but that's what I'm actually looking forward to eating is the fat off of this. But this is just absolutely wonderful. This can be served anywhere, anytime. And in fact, we have our juices over there, which I'll serve with it when I serve Cheryl tonight. But that is a beautiful chuck roast, cooked perfect all the way through, even temperature, lightly seared, which we didn't need to do, but it was fun to do it. And so that's an easy chuck roast. And I think it's a win. Now I got so consumed with the video that I forgot that down here on the floor, little Abby is sitting there going, I'm just going to be patient, because if I'm patient, I'm going to be able to decide whether or not sous vide chuck roast is for me. So, Abby, you're a good girl. Yes. Guess what? It's passing the Abby test. She likes it. That's a win, isn't it, girl? Yes. Thumbs up for me. Thumbs up for Abby. Paws up for Abby. Forest out.